What is up, Motorfest racers? It is I, your wheelman, Alex Cornnut. I'm here today with the Corvette ZR1. This thing is a slayer in Street Tier 2. I've been running it in the Grand Race. Lots of success, lots of wins. I'll show you one of those here at the end with the gameplay footage. Shout out to my man Quuub. He set this one up. It was rowdy. He tamed the beast, and it is very stable and very quick. And then also shout out to my man Surfy. He did the wrap, so that way we've got the Cornnut crew flowing through the ZR1. Overall, it's a great combination. It looks good, it's fast, and it's fun to drive. For those of you guys that might be new to my channel, all of my beats that I play during my build video is from my man Unk RC. So shout out to him. He's got his own section on my Discord where he releases his music to. And so he's always cooking in the kitchen, making new beats for us. He's out there in the lab, and it sounds really good. So I'm very thankful to him. And then also my man Lexar, he does all of my thumbnails. So I've got a handful of people backing me and helping me with stuff. And the cool intros that you guys have been seeing, I've got 2 or 3 people that have been doing those. My man Luke James does that as well. So I know there's a lot of people that are new to my channel consuming this content, so I want to make sure I'm kind of patting the backs of some of the guys that are helping me, because it's a big thing and I'm really thankful for it. Alright, with all the accolades out of the way of all the people that I love, let's get into the Corvette ZR1. As I tab into the game, we're going to let it just glitch out for a moment, and then now I can actually go show you the build. We are going to start with a setting that you guys need to switch over to make this car go right. You go into difficulty and you come down to traction control. Make sure you have traction control set to comfort. It changes this car a ton. It goes from being rowdy and crazy and undrivable to very planted and very stable. Comfort's the way to go. That's how Quuub tuned it, and his name is spelled Quuub. Our man Quuub is solid, and I want to make sure that you guys are setting the car up the same way. If you're running this with no traction control or you're on sport, you're going to be like, Cornnut, this car doesn't handle right. I told you what to do. So what's up? Alright, other than that, everything else is pretty much the same with me on there. Let me dig into the car itself. In the vehicle, we're going to start with the styling portion. There's a lot of stuff you can customize with this one. So on the visual parts, a couple different hoods you can go with, a couple different front bumpers as you do. Go full time attack mode, put some old big old wings and fenders and just all kinds of stuff. And then you can get crazy and put some ruffles on the hood and different vents. There is no wide body for this car, but I do want to touch on the vanity. Guys, I talked about it in my last video. Right now, the concept and the belief of many of the players is the wider the rim offset is, or the further they are offset from the center of the body, the more stability your car has. You're basically taking your width and doing that with it. You're spacing the tires out and taking them outside of the body and giving you a bigger platform to pivot on. The way you do that is you're going to go in, find your vanity tires, and pick the ones that take the rims and separate them the furthest from the car. This classic asphalt tire has the widest tread, but the rims themselves are not as far away from the center of the body as these Patriot lines are. So that's why I'm running those. When I get different vanities, I'll probably change it up. But I'm always going to touch on that in the videos until there is a methodology that changes that. That's what I believe right now, so I want to make sure you guys are all on the same page. And so you'll see that kind of the rims move. They move out further from the car with those. That's why we're running that. Alright, digging into the pro settings of the ZR1 that Quuub set up for us. Final drive all the way long, 100% to the right. Grip front and grip rear is 100%. For the brake balance, you're going to fade that to the rear. It's 55%. So instead of being kind of here at 60, we're backing it off a little bit, going 55%. Brake power, 100% as we do. And then aero load front and rear is 100% as always. Suspension, you're going to run 10% plus on the stiff side of things. So you're going to run the front springs all the way stiff. Spring in the rear, you're going to leave as is, 0%. Damper compression in the front is -9%, and damper compression rear is -9. Damper rebound in the front is +7, and damper rebound rear is also +7. Anti-roll bars, that's the ARB. You're going to go +10% stiff in the back, and you're going to leave it alone in the front. So, or excuse me, flip those around. 10% stiff in the front, and you're going to leave it at 0% in the rear. Alignment for the camber, 0.07% in the front and 0.25% in the rear. So you're going to run that camber all the way to the left, full Beyonce to the left on that one. We started doing that in Need for Speed Unbound. Whenever any of our sliders were all the way to the left, that's full Beyonce, so get on the train. Guys, that is the ZR1, built by Quuub or tuned by Quuub. It's very stable, it's very planted, and I've won plenty of grand races with it. You'll see some of that in the gameplay footage coming up here shortly, and you'll also see me run the car on my test track just to get a feel for how it does over the curbs and hanging 2 tires in the dirt. I like it. Right now, it's probably my favorite Street Tier 2 car. There's some other ones that I'm working on, but right now this one's kind of my default. Thank you guys so much for watching, supporting my channel, and helping me out. Subscribe if you're not, because we release tunes all the time, and anytime there's an exploit, a better way to do things, or something I can teach you guys to get you better at the game, I'm absolutely going to do so. Have a great rest of your day, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye. Here we are at the test bed. This is where I like to test the cars, get a feel for how they're going to perform. Creating a Legend is the race. It's the first race in the Lamborghini playlist. As you can see, we've selected the Corvette, so that puts us into custom event settings. I like to leave clean driving on, get a little more money. And then for difficulty options, I run all the way hardest difficulty, guidance off, everything basically off, nitro off. And then the only things that we have on is gearbox is sequential, and then traction control is comfort, like I showed you in the build video. You want to make sure you've got that. Oh, ABS as well. I run ABS. Other than that, that's the setup. Alright, let's see if we can do a decent lap in the Vet. It's a pretty sturdy car with the stiffness. It doesn't love the curbs, but it turns really well, and it's very predictable otherwise, and so it's definitely worth it. I love this livery on here that Surfy did for us, and definitely Quuub honed it in with this one. It's a good build. It's a good setup. The car is very, very sturdy. The reason I run no nitrous, you guys, is because if I don't time the nitrous right, or if I use it in different spots, it makes the lap time another level of complexity and potentially more inconsistent. Whereas if I do just the car setup and I run it without nitrous, it allows the driving to really shine through, and it allows me to be more consistent, so I know what kind of laps I'm setting. You guys will see that I am missing some of these checkpoints. I'm going inside of them. You can do that on this track, and so that's going to allow you a little faster lap time. As I get better at this track, I'm getting more and more consistent with how fast I can go through. Brake early through here, so that way we can get a good exit. Sometimes hanging 2 tires through that curves is good. We got a little loose there. Just feathering the throttle. Cutting a straight line through here if you can is great. Very similar to that. Alright, perfect. Coming into this corner, you want to set up wide, hit the brakes, turn in, and then barely start to accelerate as you hit those bumps, so that way you're under stability and power as opposed to being on the brakes and out of control. You can really scuff this turn, avoid that tree to the best of your abilities. A little bit up on the dirt, but not bad. That'll probably cost us about half a second by getting on the dirt there. As we come through here, degen line through the grass. Just barely nick that checkpoint, allows you to just hold the accelerator and power through. And then this one, you don't even worry about the checkpoint. You want to just hang 2 tires in the dirt. That way it gives you a good exit and allows you to go through there. The reason I like this track is the curves tell you how the car is going to react to any kind of instability in the road. And then hanging 2 tires in the dirt back there tells me how the car is going to react when we set that up. And Quuub really got it locked in with this one. It is a very good setup. And that's one of the best parts of the Cornnut crew, you guys. It's not just me out here tuning these cars. If somebody else tunes it right and spends the time to do that, it allows me to bring that to you quickly, and because we all work as a team. We've got really fast guys in the group, and they're out here chasing really fast times in the process of that, and they're very competitive guys, and so it's more content for you guys at a faster pace, and it's not just one mind putting it together. It's a whole team, and it really gets us all set up. That's going to be a 228. That's pretty sturdy for a Street Tier 2 car. Pretty fast. I'm really happy with this. I think if you guys set this car up, running in the grand race, you're going to be just omega happy with it. And if you're playing PvE and just doing a lot of the challenges and stuff, this is a pretty sturdy car to do that as well. Alright, let me show you what I've got for the grand race. We are queued up for the grand race. We got the Corvette as one of the 3, running the Tacoma, the Taco, and we got the Bolide as our race car. Builds to come on those other 2 vehicles, but let's see how we can do in the Vet. Not a bad starting position. Get a little bit of boost. Trying to stay out of the way. Come around that guy. Use a little squirt of nitrous. Okay, I did. Alright, we'll just pray that none of these guys break away and we can catch back up here. Hard, sharp corner here. Gonna take it way inside. Stay out of the chafe. Picked up a handful of positions there. Not bad. Try to stay to the inside so that we don't get pushed wide. Use our nitrous to get up to speed. Alright, now we're in the top 10. Oh my god, okay. That dude had an absolute accident. First place is starting to break away. We've got to kind of get it going here soon. That guy's in the Ferrari. Great choice. I like that car. Alright, there's podium positions in front of us. Hanging the 2 tires in the dirt, just staying on the inside, staying out of trouble. Lots of brakes. 2 tires in the dirt thing again. Alright, we're on podium right now. Let's see if we can catch up to first. Just use a little squirt of boost to keep us right in line with the guy in front of us. Try to get that draft going. See if we can take him up the inside here. We can. Use all of our nitrous to get up to speed. And then let's see if we can run down Rick. Rick 0. Get out of the throttle a little bit there. Hang 2 tires on the inside to make this corner. It didn't quite work, but it wasn't too sharp, so we did okay. We are running him down. He is okay. Use all of our boost to get up to speed. Now we shift over into the Tacoma. We're going to save all of our nitrous. We've got a corner coming up with that bridge. We got to make sure we don't clip the inside of the bridge and then don't want to go too wide. Get a little bit on the brakes there. Go to the inside of this dude. Hit the nitro. Brake early. Turn early. Downshift again. Get a good line out of that corner as we go up the hill. That Z4 is really good. I've got that in the stable as well. I will be doing a build video on that here in the coming days. Ooh, bad line. Okay. We're back up to it. Don't want to go too far inside there. The rocks are detrimental. You don't want to use a lot of boost through here because you're going to be using your brakes immediately to turn sharp there. Get the truck line back up. Don't want to accelerate too much there. And then now we use our nitrous to get back up to speed. Couple little squirts. Lots of brakes. Lots of brakes. On the inside. Couple squirts. Alright, we've managed to break away. Nobody's in our draft now. So now we can actually start to work on pushing out that lead a little bit. Saving about half our tank for this corner coming in. Alright, as we come through this corner here, just keeping control. Slow is fast a lot of times in these cars, guys. Like, you don't want to be blitzing through the corners and going super wide. It's a lot better to just set up a smooth line and then use your nitrous to accelerate. Cool. This car does about, or this truck does about 160, so we don't need to get too crazy with it. If we can make this corner and get this line safe, it's not bad. We did get through there safe. Line up this one, go to the right of that tree. Drop down, not hit the wall. Okay, now we're in business. Because we've got a bit of a lead, we're gonna go for the cool jump. This is what the cool kids do. Downshift twice. That's not faster, but it's swag, right? Ooh, that truck's gonna be a spicy one. Reset. Use that nitrous to get back up to cruising speed. Typically I want to be holding a fair amount through this section, but it's alright. As we go through this slow section, we go rotate to the right, straighten out the car, the truck, go through there. Make sure we line up for this bridge that notoriously got me in the first week that I was playing this game. It still gets my buddy Profligate all the time. He crashes there, or misses the bridge, I guess you could say. We gave Rick 0 some hope with our reset. He's sniffing blood. Maybe. I really don't know what he smells. Alright. We're at 62%, so we want to be aware of that. So we use all of our nitrous before we shift cars, so that way we've got as much momentum into the racing car as possible. Just keeping it nice and smooth. Going to the inside of the stone wall that's up here. Try to keep it on the concrete. Alright, final stretch. I really like this Bugatti Bolide. I like the FXK as well. It handles a little better, I think, but this one eats up the dirt shortcuts really consistently, so I do like it. Square corner, lots of brakes. Woo! I lined up for that house and I didn't see that pillar on the edge of the house to the last second. Kind of unfortunate, but it's okay. Go wide here so we don't hit those stone walls through that section. Use a little bit of nostril speed. Line this up with that patio or that walking path back there. Off throttle for turn in, accelerate out. Same thing, go wide here, off throttle for turn in, a little bit of a bounce. Car is really stable and planted, I like that a lot. Rule of thumb is it's better to slow down a little too much than it is to go wide and find yourself hitting the wall, because that really slows you down, especially if you smash it hard. But we've got this one pretty handily. Looks like we are going to take the W unless I just throw it away right here. Nah, we got it. Guys, that is the Corvette. It's very good in this class. That tune, honed in by Quuub. I like it a lot. Thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out, supporting the channel. I appreciate it. I'm still growing, obviously, and a lot smaller than a lot of the other content creators, but I try to bring you valuable content so you know you're getting race-proven cars, and so that's what these are today. You guys have a great rest of your day, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.